Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over all week one and we will be previewing week two in college football. Now starting with week one, I want to address this game here. We got Clemson Duke tonight. Clemson's going to win it. I probably went over this last week. But yeah, Clemson's the better team and it's just going to, don't overthink it, y'all. But looking at this, I believe we went over these games here. I don't think we went over this one, so we'll go over this one. Florida, Utah. Utah won. So it's not a surprise. Florida's bad. But, nobody's really, surprised about that, right? Utah, I was hoping they could put up a little more points, but aside from that, they're pretty good. First game, Rice, Texas. That was an interesting game, and I have a lot to talk about this game. I'll keep it short and sweet. So, Texas, Rice came up to Austin, right? And I didn't get to watch this game live. I had something else going on, so I watched it later on a replay. And what I noticed is Rice, they gave Texas a lot of chances, right? A lot of chances to score. And Quinn Ewers did not execute. Now, yes, he scored 3 touchdowns. Yes, that's very good. But a lot of that's on the back of Xavier Worthy, who had a lot of yards after catch and all that. I see a lot of people saying Quinn Ewers was bad, right? I don't know how you can get that. 6'3" completion, 263, and 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty good stat line. I would say that's really good. But some people disagree. Running backs, Jaden Blue and Mr. Brooks, they were both real good. Solid. I mean, they're both pretty young. But, yeah, Texas running back is going to be committee. Running back committee. And Xavier Worthy was just crazy yards after catch. He's going to be a contender for whatever award receivers get. But, yeah, watch out for him. Texas won 37-10. It's just 150 degrees on the field. Saw that. So that's pretty hot. So, I mean, you can, say all the stuff, but 150 degrees on field with pads on, they, took temperatures, real bad. But I'm sure y'all enough talking about this. Next, Georgia, UT Martin. No surprises. Carson Beck was real good. No big surprises here. Georgia was good. East Carolina, Michigan. So, Michigan won this. Nothing, no real big surprises. They just won, and they should have beat them like this. I mean, I think they'll be another real good team this year. Ohio State versus Indiana. So Ohio State's not good. Ryan Day, fire him. He doesn't have a lead roster anymore. Not elite is when I talk about elite, I'm talking about Texas, Georgia, Michigan. That much talent on our roster. Not a lot of good players, but not there's a certain line. Yes, their roster is very good, but they don't have enough recruits. A&M, I think they also have enough recruits. They're probably close. Ohio State's probably closer to A&M's roster than Georgia's, right? So they should have put up more points against Indiana, who sucks. But I don't think Ohio State's making the playoff this year. But we'll get into my playoff predictions. Bama won against Middle Tennessee State. No big surprises here. Jalen Milroe's good. Everybody's loving him. He led in passing and rushing. But, yeah, it's another good game. USC blew him out. I mean, at least they kept the points down this time. But still, 14 versus Nevada is not the best. What should be Penn State? That was closer than I thought it would be. It was real close at the beginning of the game. But now we know Drew Aller's a beast. He's real good. And if they started last year, they'll probably make the college football playoff. Watch for Penn State to beat out Ohio State, though, because they beat out Ohio State and lose to Michigan, they can still make the college football playoff. Washington beats Boise. Michael Penix had a great day. And they have real good offense, but I don't know, and then being the Pac-12, how well they can be. Tennessee versus Virginia. It was kind of close to the beginning, but Tennessee pulled out. Everybody, just another blowout. Notre Dame, Tennessee State. I don't really have to talk about this. They're just great game by them. Oregon, Portland State. Oregon put 81 on them. Bo Nix is that dude. And, yeah, just another disrespectful thing. Same Kansas State beat some random team. But, like nothing real special here. This is the first big game I want to talk about. Colorado TCU. So, Sure Sanders, he's that guy. Travis Hunter, he's that guy. Like, Colorado's so good in this game. And honestly, if they could keep points on a little bit, and they only gave it 40, they gave it 42 to TCU as top 20 team. So they can definitely make a bowl game this year. I don't think they're not gonna make any big things. They're not winning the Pac-12, but they're gonna be good. And I mean, their offense can outscore whatever the other team does. Watch out, because Colorado might do some. Wisconsin versus Buffalo was kind of close. I think Wisconsin's like a fraud. I mean, but that was real close, and Wisconsin kind of pulled out in like the fourth quarter. Yeah, it was real close most of the game, so it should have been a little higher of a score by Wisconsin, but I guess we'll see. Oklahoma, Arkansas State. I mean, good they kept them to 0. That means I guess their defense is a little better this year than it was last year, but no real big surprises. North Kakalaki versus South Kakalaki. So, South Carolina, I thought they were going to win this, but honestly, if you look at the stats, Spencer Rattler played like a god. He was real good, but he got sacked like 10 times. So their defense, not their defense, their O-line is like not good enough. So I don't know how well they're going to do this year. They have a chance to win the ACC, but that North Carolina would have to do worse than them. So I'll also see. Ole Miss, Mercer, no surprises here. Texas A&M versus New Mexico, no surprises here. Connor Wegman had a good game, so I've a lot of Aggie friends, and they all say that Connor Wegman's like a beast and all this, so maybe this proves it. 52-10, pretty good score. Tulane, South Alabama. Tulane is as good as I thought they were. Yeah, I didn't think they were bad or anything, but yeah, they'll be good. They'll probably win a group of 5. Iowa, Utah State. Iowa is a fraud. They almost lost to Utah State, so I don't think they'll be good, but we'll see. And Oregon State, San Jose State. No big surprise here. Oregon State's pretty good. They'll be a solid team this year. LSU, Florida State. So LSU, I don't know what happened with y'all, because it was kind of close. It was 17-14 at half. Then it was 27-14. Then Florida State just popped off in the fourth quarter. And, like, LSU, you're not, like, I think you're going to probably be the same as last year. I think Florida State is now a contender for a title because they look real good. Yeah, that's the main takeaway from that game. But I want to look at one more thing. I just look at some games in the Big 12 because a lot of people are talking about this. So, people are talking about a few games here. First, Tech and Wyoming. Texas Tech lost to Wyoming somehow. Tower Shaw was great. I mean, I like Tech and all this. They're a really good team. They somehow lost to Wyoming, though. Well, I guess Wyoming just played a little better, but Wyoming plays Texas in week 3, so I guess we'll see if Wyoming's like legit or something. I don't know where they are. And then the other one, Texas State came into Baylor and beat them by 11. And Texas State wasn't supposed to be good. But I think they got a new head coach. I think they got a lot of like transfers. I think they've had the second most transfers behind Colorado with Dion, like new transfers. So maybe they'll be solid this year. But aside from that, like no real big showings in the Big 12. But y'all probably not care about that too much. I just wanted to look at it. But let's look at for next week. Week 2, top 25. Texas plays Bama. At Bryant-Denny, okay, so it's a Bama home game. Alabama's only favored by 7, and I think Texas has a chance of beating them. They definitely have a chance. But we need to figure out, Texas need to figure out how to stop getting Quinn Ewers sacked and how to stop Bama's offense, which I think we can figure out both. Because we got some good. Tech's got some real good players. They got some real good recruits. They got some real good dudes coming in, and it's a winnable game for Texas, right? But yeah, that's gonna be a real good game. So, but it's gonna be kind of hard to find it. You have to have like DirecTV or something because they got rid of the Spectrum. That was like the main one a lot of people use to watch it. It's not ESPN Plus, so I don't know how I'll watch it, but I'll figure it out. Oregon Tech. Oregon's gonna win this. I mean, I love Texas Tech, right? But Oregon's gonna win this. Tech, it could be a close game, but Tech is gonna probably lose, especially after losing last week. But they could definitely pull off an upset here. Watch out, that could be an upset alert. Georgia, Ball State. Georgia's gonna win this. Ohio State versus Youngstown State. Hopefully, Ohio State wins by more. That would be nice. Penn State, Delaware. Penn State's going to win this. Notre Dame, NC State. This might be a little close. But that'll be a fun game to watch, especially with Sam Hartman. He used to play NC State while he was in the ACC. So, this will be a fun game to watch. And it is in NC State. I didn't know they were in Raleigh, but they are. But, yeah, it'll be a close game. Utah, Baylor, future Big 12 matchup. Utah's going to win this, but it could be close. But after that, Baylor lost last week. I don't know. Kansas State, Troy. Kansas State's going to beat them. Throw my there in Kansas 81. Clemson, Charleston, Southern. Clemson's going to win this. Kate Klubnik is going to be hopefully good in it. Michigan, UNLV. Michigan's going to win this. UNLV might have a chance, but I doubt it. Ole Miss, Tulane. Now, I think Ole Miss is going to win this. It is at Tulane. But, like, Tulane is a solid team, and they could definitely pull off the upset. But after last week, it's kind of hard to pick against Ole Miss, so that'll be my pick there. The Aggies versus Michigan. I got A&M winning this, but I think not Michigan. I think Miami could definitely beat them. They could definitely beat them this game, but I think I got the Aggies to win this. But it was real close last year, so I guess we'll see. Iowa State. These teams are both bad in my opinion. I think Iowa State will probably win it, but I guess we'll see. Tulsa, Washington. Washington's going to win that. Tennessee, Austin, PA. Another one. Tennessee's going to win. North Carolina, Appalachian State. Probably North Carolina, but hey, the A&M game last year. Appalachian State, they're known for upsetting teams. Oklahoma, SMU. Oklahoma's going to beat those rich people, rich boys. Grambling, LSU. LSU should hopefully win that. Rip off Georgia, so. Washington State. Wisconsin. Washington State. I think Washington State could win this, but Wisconsin's going to probably win. I think they're a little better. But watch out for Washington State on that. TCU, Nichols. TCU's going to win that. Florida State, Southern Miss. Florida State's going to win that. It could be an upset. I think they got like Frank Gore Jr. or something. Oregon State, UC Davis. Oregon State's going to win, and then USC Stanford. UC's going to win that. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy. I will, hopefully, I think on Monday. On Monday, today is Monday. I think on Wednesday I might release an NFL preview. Yeah, probably on Wednesday. Maybe Friday night, depending. Guess we'll see. But I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day.